Are you slowly losing the strength you once had without even realizing it? What if I told you that 5 foods you probably eat every day are silently stealing your muscle mass, leaving you weaker, more fragile, and at risk of losing your independence forever? This isn't just about getting older. This is about hidden enemies disguised as everyday meals that are systematically destroying your body from the inside out. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover could be the difference between thriving in your golden years and becoming dependent on others for the simplest daily tasks. Have you noticed that you don't have the same strength as before? That climbing stairs tires you more than normal? Or that lifting grocery bags has become a struggle? What many older adults don't know is that there exists a medical condition called sarcopenia, which literally means the progressive loss of muscle mass related to age. But here's what's truly alarming. This loss isn't just natural aging. It's being accelerated by foods you consume every day, foods you believed were harmless or even healthy. Sarcopenia isn't just losing a bit of muscle. It's losing your independence. It's dramatically increasing your risk of falls, fractures, and hospitalization. It's the difference between staying active and vital or becoming a frail person who depends on others for the most basic tasks. Medical studies have identified that after 50 years old, we lose between 8 and 10% of our muscle mass every decade. But certain foods can accelerate this process devastatingly. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 silent killers that are destroying your muscles without you realizing it. And I warn you, some of these foods are going to surprise you completely. One of them is a fruit you probably consider super healthy, and another is a vegetable you've been eating your whole life thinking it was good for you. But before continuing, I need you to do something important. If this video is being useful to you, give it a like right now. This helps me reach more people who need this vital information. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'm going to be sharing more secrets about how to maintain your health and vitality after 50 years old. I also want you to tell me in the comments, have you noticed a loss of strength in recent years? Your experience can help others who are going through the same thing. Now yes, let's go with the first silent killer of your muscles. Food number 5. White bread and refined flours. You're probably thinking you already knew white bread wasn't very healthy, but what you didn't know is how specifically it's destroying your muscles day after day. When you consume white bread, cookies, refined pasta, or any product made with processed flour, your body experiences what doctors call a glucose spike. Within minutes, your blood sugar shoots up like a rocket, and your pancreas has to release massive amounts of insulin to control it. But here's the problem. These constant insulin spikes create a state of chronic inflammation in your body. And chronic inflammation is like a fire that never goes out, slowly burning your muscle tissue. Additionally, when your body is dealing with these high levels of sugar and insulin, it literally blocks the absorption of amino acids, which are the building blocks your muscles need to stay strong and healthy. Research has shown that people who regularly consume refined flours have significantly higher levels of inflammatory markers in their blood, and these markers are directly related to accelerated loss of muscle mass. It's as if you were sending constant signals to your body to break down muscle instead of building it. The inflammatory response triggered by refined carbohydrates doesn't just happen once and disappear. Every time you eat that slice of white bread, that cookie, or that bowl of regular pasta, you're essentially lighting a fire inside your body that takes hours to extinguish. During this time, your muscle cells are under attack, struggling to maintain their structure and function while being bombarded by inflammatory compounds. What's even more concerning is that this process interferes with something called muscle protein synthesis. This is your body's natural ability to repair and build muscle tissue. When inflammation is high, this repair process slows down dramatically. It's like trying to build a house while someone is constantly tearing down what you've already built. What can you do about it? The solution is simpler than you think. Replace white bread with whole grain bread. Choose whole wheat or legume pasta. And when you crave something crunchy, opt for seed or nut crackers. These foods release sugar slowly into your bloodstream, keeping your insulin levels stable and allowing your muscles to receive the nutrients they need. The fiber in whole grains acts like a brake on sugar absorption, preventing those dangerous spikes that trigger the inflammatory cascade. Plus, whole grains contain B vitamins and minerals that are essential for muscle function and energy production within muscle cells. But wait, because what's coming now is going to surprise you even more. Food number 4. Fruit juices, especially orange juice. I know this can be shocking because we've been told our whole lives that orange juice is healthy, full of vitamin C, and perfect for breakfast. But the reality is very different. When you drink fruit juice, especially commercial orange juice, you're consuming a concentrated fructose bomb without any of the fiber that naturally accompanies whole fruit. Fructose is processed very differently by your body than other sugars. It goes directly to the liver, where much of it is immediately converted to fat. But that's not the worst part. Fructose in high concentrations interferes with your body's satiety signals, making you hungrier even after consuming calories. This creates a vicious cycle where you eat more, your body stores more fat, and your muscles suffer the consequences. Furthermore, fruit juice causes blood sugar spikes even more dramatic than white bread. A glass of orange juice can contain the sugar equivalent of 6 to 8 oranges, but without the fiber that would normally slow absorption. Your pancreas panics, releases excess insulin, and again, that destructive inflammatory state is created. That's so devastating to muscle tissue. Studies have found that people who regularly consume fruit juices have greater insulin resistance, which means their muscle cells have more difficulty absorbing the nutrients they need to stay strong. It's literally as if you were depriving your muscles of food while believing you're feeding yourself well. The metabolic chaos that fruit juice creates in your body extends beyond just blood sugar. When your liver is overwhelmed with fructose, it starts producing advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These harmful compounds directly damage muscle proteins, making them stiff and dysfunctional. It's like your muscle fibers are being slowly crystallized from the inside out. The alternative is obvious but powerful. Eat whole fruit. A complete orange will give you all the vitamin C you need, plus fiber, plus antioxidants, and without the devastating impact on your blood sugar. If you really need something liquid, try water with lemon or lime slices, or prepare smoothies with whole fruits and green vegetables. But there's something even more disturbing you need to know about the next food on our list. Food number 3. Processed meats like ham, sausages, bacon, and deli meats. You probably thought you were at least getting protein from these foods. And technically that's true, but the cost to your muscles is devastating. Processed meats are loaded with nitrites and nitrates, chemicals used to preserve color and flavor, but which in your body convert to highly inflammatory compounds. These compounds don't just create systemic inflammation, they also interfere with mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are the small power plants inside your muscle cells that produce the energy you need to move and stay strong. When mitochondria don't function properly, your muscles literally can't generate the energy they need to maintain their mass and strength. Additionally, processed meats are extremely high in sodium, which can lead to chronic dehydration. Your muscles need to be well hydrated to function correctly, and constant dehydration makes them more prone to damage and slower to recover and grow. But here's the most serious problem. The excess trans and saturated fats found in these processed meats interfere with blood circulation. Your muscles need efficient blood flow to receive oxygen and nutrients. When circulation is compromised, your muscles are literally starving, even if you're eating enough protein from other sources. The preservatives in processed meats also disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria, which plays a crucial role in nutrient absorption and immune function. A compromised gut means compromised muscle health, as your body struggles to extract and utilize the proteins and minerals your muscles desperately need. Recent research has revealed something even more alarming about processed meats. They contain compounds called heterocyclic amines, which form during the curing and cooking process. These compounds have been shown to directly interfere with muscle protein synthesis, essentially telling your body to stop building and maintaining muscle tissue. The solution here is to choose fresh, unprocessed meats. Lean chicken breast, fish, grass-fed beef, and turkey are excellent sources of high-quality protein without the inflammatory baggage. Your muscles will thank you for making this switch. But what if I told you there's a food we consider super healthy? That's on every nutritious food list, but that might be blocking essential minerals your muscles desperately need? Food number 2, spinach. When consumed improperly or in excess, I can already see the shock on your face. Spinach? The superfood that Popeye made famous? The leafy green that's supposed to make you strong? Well, here's the uncomfortable truth that the health industry doesn't want you to know. Spinach, especially when eaten raw and in large quantities, can actually work against your muscle health in ways that will absolutely astound you. The culprit hiding in spinach is something called oxalic acid, also known as oxalates. These are naturally occurring compounds that spinach produces as a defense mechanism against being eaten. When you consume large amounts of raw spinach, these oxalates bind to essential minerals in your digestive system, particularly calcium and magnesium, making them completely unavailable to your body. Now, why is this catastrophic for your muscles? Calcium isn't just important for bones, it's absolutely critical for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without adequate calcium, your muscles can't function properly, they become weak, and they're more prone to cramping and injury. Magnesium is even more crucial. It's involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including the production of ATP, which is literally the energy currency your muscles use to contract and grow. But here's where it gets really concerning. When oxalates accumulate in your system, they don't just block mineral absorption temporarily. They can form crystals that deposit in your tissues, including muscle tissue. These microscopic crystals create inflammation and interfere with normal cellular function. It's like having tiny pieces of glass scattered throughout your muscles, causing constant irritation and preventing optimal performance. The problem is compounded by the fact that many health-conscious older adults have started consuming massive salads with cups and cups of raw spinach, thinking they're doing their bodies a favor. Some people are drinking green smoothies with huge handfuls of raw spinach multiple times a day. What they don't realize is that they're potentially creating a mineral deficiency that's silently undermining their muscle health. Research has shown that people with high oxalate consumption often develop what's called subclinical mineral deficiencies. These don't show up dramatically in blood tests, but they're severe enough to impair muscle function, energy production, and recovery. Your muscles are literally starving for the minerals they need while you think you're feeding them the healthiest food possible. Studies have also revealed that oxalates can interfere with the absorption of other crucial nutrients, like iron and zinc, both essential for muscle health and energy production. Iron carries oxygen to your muscle cells, and without adequate oxygen, muscles become weak and fatigue quickly. Zinc is necessary for protein synthesis and wound healing, critical processes for maintaining and building muscle tissue. But don't worry, I'm not telling you to eliminate spinach completely. The solution is actually quite simple and allows you to keep enjoying this nutritious vegetable safely. Cooking spinach breaks down a significant portion of the oxalates, making the minerals more available and reducing the risk of crystal formation. Steaming, sautéing, or adding spinach to soups neutralizes much of the problematic oxalic acid. Also, limit your raw spinach consumption to 1 or 2 cups per day maximum, and make sure you're getting plenty of calcium and magnesium from other sources to offset any binding that does occur. Rotate your greens too, instead of eating spinach. Every day, alternate with lettuce, arugula, kale, or chard. This gives your body a break from oxalates while still providing the nutrients you need. However, there's one more silent killer that might be the most shocking of all. And it's something millions of people consume multiple times every day without thinking twice about it. Food number 1, excessive coffee consumption. Before you panic and think I'm going to tell you to give up coffee completely, hear me out. Coffee in moderation can actually have some health benefits, But here's what most people don't realize. That third, fourth, or fifth cup of coffee you're drinking throughout the day might be systematically destroying your muscle mass in ways that are both subtle and devastating. The primary mechanism by which excessive coffee harms your muscles involves mineral depletion. Coffee is a potent diuretic, meaning it makes you urinate more frequently. Every time you urinate, you're losing valuable minerals, particularly calcium and magnesium. Remember, these are the same minerals that are absolutely crucial for muscle function and that we just discussed with spinach. But coffee's muscle-destroying effects go far beyond simple mineral loss. Caffeine triggers the release of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. Now, cortisol in small amounts and at the right times is normal and healthy. But when you're drinking coffee throughout the day, you're creating persistently elevated cortisol levels, and cortisol is literally catabolic to muscle tissue. This means it signals your body to break down muscle protein for energy. Chronically elevated cortisol from excessive caffeine consumption puts your body in a constant state of stress, where it prioritizes immediate survival over long-term muscle maintenance. Your body starts cannibalizing its own muscle tissue to provide amino acids for more critical functions. It's like your body is eating itself from the inside out, and you're facilitating this process with every extra cup of coffee. The sleep disruption caused by too much caffeine is another devastating factor for muscle health. Even if you think caffeine doesn't affect your sleep because you can fall asleep after drinking coffee, the reality is that caffeine can stay in your system for 6 to 8 hours, interfering with the deep sleep phases where most muscle repair and growth occurs. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which is essential for muscle maintenance and repair. When your sleep is disrupted by caffeine, even subtly, your growth hormone production plummets. Without adequate growth hormone, your muscles can't recover from daily wear and tear, let alone grow stronger. You wake up feeling tired, your muscles feel weak, and you reach for more coffee, creating a vicious cycle. Recent studies have also shown that excessive caffeine consumption can interfere with protein synthesis at the cellular level. Even if you're eating adequate protein, too much caffeine can prevent your muscle cells from effectively using that protein to build and maintain muscle tissue. It's like having all the right building materials, but lacking the ability to use them effectively. The adrenal fatigue that results from chronic caffeine overconsumption also leads to hormonal imbalances that directly impact muscle health. Your body's ability to produce testosterone and other anabolic hormones becomes compromised, further accelerating muscle loss. Women are particularly susceptible to this, as their natural hormone levels are already declining with age. But here's what you can do to keep enjoying coffee while protecting your muscles. Limit your consumption to 1 or 2 cups per day and try to have them before noon to minimize sleep interference. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day to counteract the diuretic effects, and consider supplementing with magnesium and calcium if you're a regular coffee drinker. Also, try cycling off caffeine periodically. Take a week or 2 every few months to reset your tolerance and give your adrenal glands a break. During these breaks, you might notice improvements in your sleep quality, energy levels, and even muscle strength. Now, I know this information might feel overwhelming. You might be sitting there thinking about all the foods you've been eating and wondering if it's too late to make a difference. But here's the beautiful truth that I want you to hold on to. Your body has an incredible capacity for healing and regeneration, regardless of your age. The moment you start making these dietary changes, your body begins to respond. Within weeks, you can start to see improvements in your energy levels, strength, and overall vitality. Your muscles have been waiting for you to remove these barriers, and once you do, they can start rebuilding and strengthening themselves in ways that might surprise you. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness and making better choices most of the time. Replace that white bread with whole grain options. Swap that morning orange juice for a whole orange. Choose fresh meats over processed ones. Cook your spinach instead of always eating it raw. And be mindful of your coffee consumption. These changes aren't just about preventing further muscle loss. They're about reclaiming your strength, your independence, and your quality of life. They're about being able to play with your grandchildren, carry your own groceries, and maintain your dignity and autonomy as you age. Your future self is depending on the decisions you make today. Every meal is an opportunity to either feed your muscles or starve them. Every food choice is a vote for strength or weakness, independence or dependence, vitality or frailty. I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 silent killers surprised you most? Are you ready to make these changes in your diet? Your story could inspire someone else to take action and transform their health. If this video has opened your eyes to something important, please consider leaving a super thanks. Your financial help allows me to continue bringing you these life-changing revelations and incredible stories that can transform your health and longevity. This support helps the channel reach further and impact more lives with crucial information that could make the difference between thriving and merely surviving in your later years. But here's something that will make you think even deeper. What other hidden dangers might be lurking in foods we consider healthy? What secrets about longevity and vitality are still waiting to be uncovered? The journey to optimal health after 50 is full of surprising discoveries that challenge everything we thought we knew about aging and nutrition. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep taking control of your health destiny.